So, as we've said, we are going to look at square roots of even larger numbers. I have this number, square root of 625. Let's mark out our periods. 1, 2. So the square root we are going to have from this number, we have 2 digits, and that's why we have our binomial square guide here to guide us. So we are going to put the numbers, the quantities that this number represents, into our cups. We have the unit cup, the tens, the hundreds. So for our hundreds, we have 6 hundreds to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For our tens, we have 2 tens, 2 tens, 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put in a unit cup, and then let's separate the cups just as we have the periods. This is the first period. And then, okay. So looking at our guide, we are going to build our square. We are starting with the hundreds. With the hundreds, what are we going to build? We are going to build a square. So let's go ahead and bring this down. We will bring the hundreds down that we are going to use to build. So we have a square of 100, but then I still have more quantities to build the next square. So now I have a square of 2. I don't have enough quantities to build the next square. So here we have a square of 2. So the next thing we are going to do is to build the rectangles. And as you can see, we need the tens to build our rectangles. So let's bring down the tens. So we are going to build our rectangles now. Let's exchange the hundreds here for tens. So I'll change these hundreds for tens. And 6 tens. 8 tens, and then 10 tens. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'll exchange it. I change the 100 for 10 tens. Put in the tens cup. I'll change the other 100 again for 10 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 10 tens. So I'll exchange the 100 for 10 tens. So I've done my exchange now. So I have my tens to be able to build my rectangles, as you can see in the square guide, the binomial square guide. So let's go ahead and build the rectangle, then 2 rectangles. I'm starting with the rectangle on this side, and I'll build the rectangle at the bottom of the square. I can still go on. I can still go on. I can still go on building the rectangles. I can still go on building the rectangles. I can't continue because I have only 2/10 left in my cup. So I can't continue because I need minimum of 4 to be able to build a layer of the rectangles, but I have only 2 pegs left in my cup, 2/10. So I'm done with building these rectangles, as you can see on the peg board. So the next thing I'm going to build is this square. And what category am I going to use to build this square? The units. So let's bring down the units. I'm now going to exchange these tens for units. Let's go ahead and do the exchange. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've exchanged 110 for 10 units. I'll do the next exchange. One, two, three, four. So I've exchanged this. So I've exchanged 110 for another set of 10 units. Okay, so this copy is a bit small, so I can go ahead actually and begin to build the square. And already we can see the rectangles have determined the square we are going to build here. So we need to build a rectangle of, a square of 4, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a square of 5 by 5. So let's I've used up all my quantities. I don't have any in my cup, and we already have a square here. And we can read the answer from the bottom and also on the right. So if we look at the bottom, we can see the answer of this, the root of this square. And what is the root? See, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25. And here, looking at the right hand side down, 1 2 3 4 5 25. So we have a square that has root of 25. We are going to write that down. So the square root of 625 equals 25. As you can see here, 25. So you can go ahead now and find out square roots of numbers as we have done here. I can suggest some numbers to you. For instance, if I give you a number like this, a square root of 576. You can go ahead and find out the square root of this number, and after that you can write your own number and find out the square roots just as you have been shown with the material.